All right, we are live for another Market Update Monday here on the Aero Title Services Facebook and YouTube channel. We are now updating to this new platform so that we can stream live to Facebook and YouTube live in real time. And for all of you guys who are watching, usually here on Mondays, we are now able to interact with your comments. So if you guys have questions, every Monday, we now have 5 different realtors who are coming on. Today, one wasn't able to make it, but every Monday, we're going to have 5 realtors come on, different each week, and you're going to be able to ask your questions live. We are going to go through the same format every week, like where we go through the market, what's going on right now, hearing from these amazing local realtors, and then we'll go into any current listings that they have so you guys can see what's on the market, as well as any announcements. So we are very excited about this little new and improved version to our Market Update Monday here on Mondays, every Monday at 2 p.m. and now streaming live to Facebook and YouTube. So we hope you guys enjoy the show. And if you guys have any questions while we are live, feel free to drop a comment and we will bring it up and these amazing local professionals will answer it for you guys. So thank you for joining us today. Let's get started. How is the market looking right now, guys? It's 2021 and it is still booming in my opinion. But we'll let the experts tell us what they think. So Peter, what's going on? How are you seeing things in the market right now?
Well, things seem to be moving along very well. I would say that it may be too early to tell, but there are certain sections that I see are starting to slow down just a bit, which may or may not be good news depending on if you're a buyer or a seller. But things have been very, very strong. If you guys have looked at the local numbers recently, both in Martin County and even more so in St. Lucie County, things are very hot, very, very hot.
Very true. Thank you so much, Peter. Let's go to Katie. What are you seeing, Katie?
Hey, Lucy, this is a great format. This is so cool. I'm loving that we'll be able to have comments throughout the show today, so that's super cool. So we've been talking about this for months about we are in a seller's market, and we're really not seeing any hard data yet of a shift of sorts, but we're ready. We're ready to handle whatever's coming our way. So we talked about over and over and over, we're going to continue to educate the public if they don't already know. A balanced market is about 6 months of inventory in our market. We are down to, in Martin County, we are down to, I believe, 2.8 months of supply. So that means there's very little inventory and multiple buyers for those properties that are well priced, well positioned, in good condition, and of course in a good location. So everything that we have listed recently, speaking from the seller's agent or seller broker position, everything that we have listed has gone under contract quickly and has had multiple offers. So if there's anybody out there that wants to know, maybe what the market looks like for their particular situation, because it's not cut and dry for everyone. We're seeing some investors liquidating some of their assets because of the COVID crunch for renters, where they can't really do anything to collect, unfortunately, up until recently. So, there are people taking different strategies as far as the investor side, which Peter Hibberd works on quite a bit. And then on, the more mom and pop or family-oriented individuals, Florida is blooming and booming. So properties are moving quickly. The money's still very cheap. And if you can find a property, you probably want to be one or the second person through the property. Make sure that you're working with a realtor who is on the ball and can get you in the door to go see the properties that you desire to see, and that might meet your criteria. And I would also encourage them, those sellers and buyers out there, be flexible. We don't know what's going to happen in 6 months from now, so we only know what's happening now.
Absolutely. Great advice, Katie. Thank you so much. Antonella, what are you seeing with everything going on in this market?
Sorry. Hi, everybody. I see a lot of going on, a lot of moving pieces, a lot of moving real estate everywhere. I can say that during the winter break or Christmas, I experienced a little bit of a slow period, I guess, during to the fact that everybody was maybe moving, their money towards different purchases. And I picked up right away, right after the holiday again. So there's, I can see a lot of, investor at the moment also coming to the market, even stronger than before. As soon as they see something that, might be appealing to them, even to flip or change or do a quick, update in the house, and they picked it up and, put it back on the market, or they, rent it out. So if you're really looking to buy something, you need to be ready, just like Katey said, ready to go ahead, be the first one in, first one to submit an offer, and be strong with it. Don't just, second guess yourself. If you want the house and that's the house that you're really looking forward to move in, or the house of your dream, the house for your family, just, go put in that offer and lock that deal for you and your family right away. Sorry.
Absolutely. No, great information, Antonella. Thank you so much. So with this new platform, guys, by the way, for you guys all watching live, you guys can ask questions to us live now. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop it in the comments and we can pull up your question here and answer it for you guys. But before, we don't have any comments yet, but what do you guys, so we just all kind of gave our little bit of a perspective on what's going on right now. What do you guys kind of foresee going into 2021 now that we've gotten a little bit of a glimpse of what it's looking like right now? I know we kind of talked about this right before the holidays, but now we're actually in 2021 and there's kind of a lot of changes going on in our market right now. And I think that who knows what this market's going to look like. I know that lenders have been talking about how the rates are looking like they're going to stay where they're at, which is obviously very good for buyers in the market right now. Again, we are still in that market where it's harder and harder for buyers to find what they're looking for right now because of the sellers. There's not as many sellers in the market right now, which is great opportunity for sellers, right? I mean, there's a great opportunity for sellers right now. So let's kind of talk about that and what we kind of foresee for like 2021. If you guys have any advice for sellers right now. So feel free to jump in. And again, if you have questions and you're watching live right now, feel free to pop a question in the comments and we will answer it for you guys. But go ahead, who wants to go first?
Well, we were briefly talking about inventory here, just to give you guys an idea how crazy this limited inventory is. If you take a look at from January to November, both in Martin County and St. Lucie County, inventory is down 50%. 50%. Even in the last year to year, November to November, it's down 47, 48%. It's scary, but those homes, like both the ladies said, those homes that are on the market that are desirable are going very quickly. And the ones that seem to have what I call the wedge may sit there a little bit, but there are going to be buyers for them. They just have to find them, walk through them, and make a determination.
Absolutely. And I think like with our market just in general, when it comes to a home, there are so many unique homes on the market that it's always about finding that particular buyer that's going to want that. They're out there. It's just about, getting it in front of them type of thing. Anything else? Hey,
I always like to attack the elephant in the room. And I think that, we definitely should be having conversations about, the shift, right? If we do see a turn, who is going to be most affected? So, unfortunately, the low-hanging fruit falls first. So those people who may have agreed to a forbearance on their mortgage need to be really well aware of the consequences of not being able to make that big payment, that promised payment on time. And we've said it before, and I'll continue to say it. There overall, across the United States, and especially here in Florida with the appreciation of property values over the past several years, most people have equity in their property, which means they're not underwater. They can sell that property for a profit, put the proceeds in their pocket, go rent or go, combine households or whatever the situation may be. So for those people that might be a little afraid of what's coming potentially down the hill, now is a great time to look at where you are And if you know that your financial situation is not going to improve right away and that you might be in trouble, there are plenty of buyers for that property. Put some money in your pocket now, position accordingly. If you're up late at night worried about your housing debt, maybe it's just not a good time for you to be a homeowner. Let's get that property sold, get you into a rental, or like I said, another living arrangement. All is not lost. So get ahead of it if you really think that you're having some of those very dramatic fears entering your mind. Give us a call, and a phone call is free. You can even email us if you want to keep it on the low. We'll look at what your situation is, what your property could sell for on the market right now, and how much potential profit or proceeds go into your pocket so that you can have a comfortable little nest, a little egg for your nest, your next nest, or whatever it may be. And, there's a lot of people also talking about, oh, we're in a bubble, sky is falling. Well, I'd like to suggest that too. I mean, what statistics are you looking at? Let's look at some hard data. Let's look at what's happening right where it affects your properties and your financial future and make a determination. Don't listen to what's happening in some other state that has nothing to do with our local economy or some fear-mongering national news program. Talk to your local experts, and, we're the boots on the ground. We do this every day. And I wanted to touch on real quickly, new construction is booming. So as fast as they can build them, they are sold. Every Monday, we send out an email to our brokerage agents, and we have to update it weekly because the inventory is constantly changing, and they are building as fast as they can, taking about 6 months to build. So, if you're going to make a change, let's make some plans for that change.
Absolutely. And new construction, I feel like a lot of people think right now, I don't feel like they realize how competitive new construction really is right now. It is insanely competitive. And a lot of people, I think, discount that fact and don't look into it. I think that there's a lot of people out there that just aren't taking the time to even look into their options. I think that they're just afraid of maybe what they're going to find, but I feel like if they just took that step towards asking a local realtor, which you guys can reach out to any of the local realtors who are on here. I feel like if they just took that step just to see where a conversation is free, just to see where they're at. It's a valuable step that you could take. Doesn't mean you have to make any action. It's just a conversation to why not have, right? I mean,
you're not married to a realtor from a phone call.
Yeah, exactly.
And it may give them, or whoever is in the process of thinking about selling or buying a house, a more accurate estimate of the sale price of your actual house. Because I see a lot of conversation online of people saying, oh, go on Zillow, go here, go there, go. There's a lot of information out there that can and cannot, and might and might not be what is at the end. Let's put it out.
And
so
I think
it will be, those internet provider don't know necessarily if you ended up putting some money into your house, if you made a change to your house, or if you had an addition or changed the AC or the water heater, or, whatever might be in there. So if you're really thinking or something, somebody's passing by and say, hey, I want to buy your house. How much you want to sell it for? Just give a local expert a phone call, aka a realtor, give a phone call so they can give you a better and more accurate estimate.
Yeah, be very careful when someone comes around, right, and says, hey, I'll buy your house for this. It's like, you need to talk to a local professional, because a lot of times if you make those deals last minute like that, or just because they're coming at you're oh, that's more than you thought it was going to be, be careful, because your house might be worth even more. You never know. Sorry, Peter, were you going to say something?
No, not really. Only I was thinking that I was having a conversation yesterday and someone came up to me and said, how accurate? Zillow says my house is worth this much. How accurate is that? And ultimately, I say the same thing. Sometimes I feel like a broken record. Zillow is great for some things, but I would not trust something like the value of your largest asset based on Zillow, who's situated nowhere near us. And a lot of people rely on Zillow as if it's the Bible. I'd caution against that.
Yeah, absolutely.
My scripted broken record answer when someone asks me about Zillow is Zillow is a marketing company based out of California. We are real estate experts who live in your neighborhood. We live in your community. Why would you go to someone who has no long-term commitment or interest in the value of your property and a relationship with you to help you with your largest financial instrument, potentially?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one last thing that I want to mention, because we mentioned new construction, was that I feel like a lot of people are a little worried with new construction becoming such a big piece of real estate right now. Like they think that their house value is going to go down from that, but that's not the case. And I feel like that's like one of those like myths debunked type of thing when it comes to real estate, is that when there's new construction that comes in your community and such like that, it actually brings up the value of all the homes. So those cost market analyses that you guys do for people, like the new construction helps that. And I feel like a lot of people don't think about that aspect, and they almost think of it as like a threat when there's like new houses being built in their communities. But that's, if there's a lot of, one of the signs of growth of a community is new construction, and construction being happening like even in the space of the downtown areas and such like that. Like that is when you go to large cities and you see construction happening all the time, that's a sign of growth. And our area is definitely in a huge aspect of growth right now, I'd say. Well, guys, that was an awesome little bit of a conversation about what's going on with our market right now. And we didn't get any comments this time, but guys, you guys who are watching live, if you guys have questions in the future with Market Update Monday, or even throughout our conversation here, if any of the houses, you guys can feel free to comment and we'll bring those up on the screen for everyone and answer your questions if you have any. Now, we're going to go into the portion where these amazing realtors are going to showcase a current listing that they have on the market right now, which is always great information to see what's actually out there right now. And you guys can always reach out to these amazing local professionals on their Facebook pages, which are linked in the description below. We are live on Facebook and YouTube, so it is in both descriptions, and you guys can check them out. Always great information on their pages, whether you're looking to buy, sell right now or not. So we will get into the listing presentation, and then there's announcements at the end, so make sure you guys stay tuned. And if you guys didn't hear our conversation that we just had, make sure that you guys rewatch this either on our Facebook or YouTube channel later, Arrow Title Services, and you guys can rewatch this video. So we're happy that you guys are joining us today, and let's get to the listing presentation side. So Peter, why don't you go ahead and share with us today what you have on the market right now?
Okay, well, let's see if we can do this. So we were just talking about how, can you guys see the screen? There we go. Well, that's easy.
Yeah.
We were just talking about how our little area, our little enclave of the world has water all around it. And ultimately one small way to determine whether things are moving in the right direction is taking a look at those lots that are right there on the water and seeing how many of them are left and seeing as they get snatched up. Right here is, just for everyone's sake, this is Stewart, Martin County, Port St. Lucie County. As you go in, there is an awful lot of water here. They are not making any more water. They're not making any more waterfront properties that I'm aware of. So the property that I am talking about today is located right here, very close to downtown Stewart, in a beautiful little enclave called Kruger Creek. If I could share. So this is a 0.6 acre waterfront lot. It is in a very nice community with about 5 other houses that would be your neighbors. It has over 200 feet of waterfront and has just one fixed bridge at about 8.5 to 9 feet. This is the perfect property based on, Lucie, something that you were saying. You can go out and you can buy a home that's already been on the market, or you can construct it yourself. And this would really be a perfect opportunity for someone who wanted that waterfront land to be able to construct the perfect house that suits their needs right here in very close to downtown Stewart. It's a beautiful triangular lot. Honestly, if you have a boat, if anyone who's lived in Stewart or been around here knows how much fun it is to pop on a boat and go out and enjoy yourself on the waterway or otherwise. And this property would afford that perfect situation for just the right buyers. If you or anyone you know is interested in this lot, give me a call, 954-296-7006. I'd be happy to show it to you. I'd be happy to discuss what the possibilities are and see if it might work for you.
Absolutely. And I always say that Florida living isn't Florida living without a boat. In my opinion, you have to have some type of access to that water, kayaking, paddleboarding, whatever it might be. Awesome. Thanks so much for sharing that, Peter. What a great little gem here on the Treasure Coast. All right. So, Katey, what do you have to share with us that's on the market right now?
Hey, so like Peter said, they are not making any more waterfront land. We have recently, that's a listing with our office, and we are taking more and more phone calls on that property because the inventory is so low. There's no new properties coming onto the market. You might as well build your own little piece of paradise. So let me see if I can share my screen here real quickly. And oh, that's interesting. This is so neat. It's a really cool platform. Give me a thumbs up if you can see my screen. No, share.
There you go.
That's weird. Okay, well, at 6889 Warwick Lane in Stewart, 329 is a 3-2. Two-car garage, 1,500 square feet on a preserve. This is in Summerfield. We have talked about this property before. And can tell you that we are looking for more of them. This one was totally renovated. It's probably going to be the highest record sale in the neighborhood recently once it does go sold. And it's a fantastic, cute little one side of a two-sided villa. And, you know, just like everything that we touch it just goes. So this property was listed with our office and went under contract within 24 hours of going onto the multiple listing service. We had a real estate agent that came in with a video chat and showed the property virtually to some out-of-state buyers, and they snatched it up within 24 hours. So we're looking for more sellers like these fantastic people in Summerfield, and we're working that neighborhood so that we have multiple buyers, and this one is under contract. So just a little bit of, you know, the results speak.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Katey. What a beautiful home too.
And I love the way that the kitchen countertop just flowed. That's very nice.
Oh, such a nice feature. Thank you so much for sharing that, Katey. It's great to see what was on the market and what's going so quickly, what those houses are looking like. All right, Antonella, what do you have for us today? What's on the market?
I have somewhere else in a totally different area. I'm in Fort Pierce. I'm gonna try to share my screen. So hold on a second, see if I can do it. Share screen, okay. Oh, I don't have two screens.
That's okay. You don't need two screens.
I don't know. I guess see if it works. Let's block your screen. Okay. I cannot share it. So anyway, my property is in Fort Pierce. It's 1208 York Avenue. Is a nice little house in Fort Pierce, but it really does not show as good as it is inside now. So definitely needs some work, but it's definitely a nice piece of property. Is almost half an acre. Actually, is more than half an acre. And there's a pool in the backyard. The backyard is completely cleared of trees. There's a few trees, but it's a large backyard. So there's definitely a lot of room if you want to add on to your current house. again, there's above ground pool. There's accordion shutters around the house. It needs some work, but it's definitely a nice property here in Fort Pierce, and is now offered at $219.
What was that address?
1208 York Avenue in Fort Pierce.
Let's see if we can pull that up.
I was trying to.
That's a great price. That's a sweet spot. That won't last long.
You know, we tried a little higher, and you know, it just didn't get much activity, but it's definitely going to have more activity now. You know, we foresee that to be gone sooner than later. So if anybody is interested, you know, just give us a call.
That's it, right?
Let us know. Yeah, that's it. Oh, see, you got it. Again, it doesn't show as pretty as it is inside. I mean, it's quite interesting inside, but it's cute.
Very nice, very nice. And Fort Pierce is such a great area right now too. It's really building up a lot in the Fort Pierce area right now.
And you know, this area is so cute. There's so many houses on bigger pieces of land as well. So if you're really interested in something with a bigger piece of land, this is definitely what, you know, you're looking for. Again, it may need some work, but at the end of the day, it's you have a bigger piece of property, so you can always add on to it and always make it your own. So, you know, we welcome any offer, and hopefully we'll get it done.
Awesome. Thank you, Antonella. Great information, and always great to see what's on the market right now in multiple areas too. I like that we had kind of different areas today, which is always great. Our Treasure Coast is quite vast here, and we have a lot of different little nooks and crannies along it with Fort Pierce, Port St. Lucie, Tradition, so many different options. So it's always great to see those different options. If you guys just missed it, you guys can always rewatch this video on Facebook and YouTube, because we're live from both right now. And if you have any questions on those properties, you can feel free to drop them on the comments right now if you're watching live, or you can reach out to the local realtors who are on this on their Facebook pages with the links in their description. Again, if you guys have any questions, you can feel free to ask them live. We do go live every Monday at 2 p.m. for this amazing local market update Monday. So it's always great to hear from these local professionals what's going on with the market right now. And if you yourself are a realtor and you are watching and you want to join this, feel free to reach out to me, and you can be one of the 5 realtors that come on here today on Mondays. So let's get into the announcements portion. If you guys have any announcements that you guys want to share with everyone, I always love hearing what's coming up, and just it's always exciting. So Peter, do you have anything for us today?
Well, today I just wanted to share with the world that I am back here with you, Lucie. Thank you for saving me some space. I certainly do appreciate it. It's been a wild couple of months through COVID, through the Stewart Project renovation, and then in November I had my second baby girl, and so life has been incredibly hectic, but incredibly enjoyable too. And now that we're back in a new year, I'm just glad to be back in the swing of things. Put my feet on the ground toward the end of November, and we're really hitting the ground running this year. So I'm looking forward to an incredible year this year. I know it's going to be a good one.
Awesome. No, I completely agree. And we're happy to have you back in the space. And we've restructured Market Update Monday a little bit, where we're going to have different realtors on each week. And I think that's going to be great. But we will definitely see Peter back again next month, I'm sure. So that's super exciting. What about you, Katey? What do you have going on?
So 3 upcoming listings. Pete and I will probably be working on something together in Palm City, a waterfront home. It'll be a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage with a pool and a dock in Palm City. So give us a call, 772-444-6989. If you're working with a buyer that's looking for waterfront property for those realtors, or a buyer out there that is seeking waterfront property in Palm City, give us a call. We're going to have that hopefully very soon. Then South River. We've done a lot of deals in South River. It is very tough to find a 2-bedroom, 2-bath A unit. and this one is on the second floor. It will be on the market probably within a week, and it does have one covered parking space if it isn't already sold to a neighbor or something. That's kind of the way it goes in there. And then also Twin Lakes, we have a 2-2 condo coming up soon in Twin Lakes. So we'll provide more information as soon as we've got pictures and marketing materials. So we're hitting the ground running in January. We are going after it because really listers last. And if you don't have the inventory, you're chasing everybody else that does.
We actually have a question for, I believe it's you, Katey. Maria says, how many bedrooms? I know you said there was a 2-2. What were the other two?
We have a waterfront property coming in Palm City, which is a single family home on the water, 3-bedroom, 3-bath, 2-car garage with a pool. I believe is it 2-car, Pete? I think it's 2. And then South River is a 2-2, and Twin Lakes would be a 2-2 as well. And those are condominium style living there. So Palm City waterfront. It's a cute house, and it's been the kitchen's been renovated, and there have been some other upgrades. And once the ink has dried and the pictures are taken, then we'll be able to share a little bit more. But certainly, if you want to get on a contact me now list, give us a shout, 772-444-6989. Realtors and the general public will be happy to help you just as soon as we've got our marketing materials ready for that property.
Awesome. And that's always something that could come up in the future as well on another Market Update Monday. So we've got quite a few people from Katey's office who come on to our Market Update Monday. So it's great to hear. And yeah, she said, thank you for answering. And well, you know, this is actually kind of cool because I can bring this up. So she's looking for a 5-bedroom single family in Stewart and Palm City. So you guys can keep an eye out.
Maria, I showed a 5-bedroom single family home in Palm City yesterday, and I would be happy to show you tomorrow.
If you are not already under contract with a realtor, give one of us a call. We'll be happy to help you.
Awesome. So, all right, we will. Antonella, do you have anything coming up?
No, not really, but I am here to say again, just like Peter said, thank you to you for reeling me in again and inviting me again to one of your super duper awesome shows that you have, and you actually help us all the times and promote our business, and we love you for that, Lucie. So thank you.
It's my pleasure. Hey, you guys are the ones who bring the value. I'm just here to help bring it out there and put it out there live. So I appreciate you guys being a part of it. You know, people wouldn't want to hear me talk all day. So it's great to have the amazing local realtors who come on here and really share what's going on with the market. I think it's such a valuable thing to be able to share with the public and with other realtors who are out there, everything, just to bring the conversation to light, because I feel like there's a lot of information out there right now, and debunking that for people I think is really important. So thank you guys so much for being part of this. If you guys are watching this live, please know that we are now on this new platform with Market Update Monday, and I think it's really adding to just the value content that we're putting out there. So if you guys are watching live right now, we do go live every Monday at 2 p.m. on Facebook and YouTube. Now you can always watch the replays on either sources, Facebook or YouTube. But you yourself, if you are a realtor and you want to jump on, feel free to reach out to me, as well as if you're watching live and you have those questions in the coming weeks, you can always feel free to comment and we will bring those into the discussion. Please reach out to the local realtors who are on here. They have taken time out of their day to share with you guys all of the knowledge that they have and just communicate with you guys. So it is such a blessing to have them on here. And thank you guys for being a part of this and taking time out of your busy days with this crazy market that we're in right now. So it's always great to hear. So thank you guys for joining us live. We will see you again next Monday for another Market Update Monday, and we're excited for 2021 and all that's to come with it. So we hope you guys have a great rest of your day and week. We will see you guys next week. Thank you guys. Bye.
Thank you, Lucie. New statistics.